Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Okay, so we have Mandibuzz XL level 50 for Ultra Premier Cup, and it's actually pretty beastly. For some odd reason, this thing as an XL is really good in Ultra League, and it's actually top 5 overall for Ultra Premier Cup, which is just really nuts. Now, it's a sense of very bulky version of Honchkrow, except it actually maxes out at level 50. So you can actually get a level 50, a perfect one, and then you can give it to level 51. So that's what makes Mandibuzz really strong and really powerful, because it just has a ridiculous amount of bulk, extremely high defense and stamina. I think overall it literally has the highest bulk in all of Ultra Premier Cup. Like, there's nothing with this much statage that just comes out there. Anyways, for Ultra Premier, Mandibuzz is very powerful. You have a lot of resistances, so you resist drill runs, you resist earthquakes, you resist psychic types. Like, the many psychic types are actually present in Ultra Premier. All those confusion users, a good example is probably Slowbro, Gallade's a big one, Gallade Safe Switch is a big one. Dark types like Obstagoons, Night Slashes, Ghost types like Gengar are definitely present. And you also resist grass types, which is really good because there are things like Tangrowth. Venusaur is a big one that's running around. Now, you do have a little bit of weaknesses. Well, you actually see them around fairly often. So, Electric, you probably... Well, it's uncommon, actually. So, for Electric, you could see Magnezone and Ampharos. Those are fairly uncommon. That doesn't mean you won't see them. However, you could also see Charmers as well. So, Togekiss, and Clefable. Ice types are pretty much around, very prevalent, like Lapras is a good example. And rock types, basically things that drop a lot of rocks on you. So Smackdown Crustle, Rock Slides from Machamp, etc. So you do see a fair bit of weaknesses. However, there's also many resistances. So it's kind of like 50-50. It's kind of like, I'd say like 60-40 for like, as far as how many you see resistances and its weaknesses. It also has a great moveset. Fast energy charging moves like Snarl and Air Slash gives you the ability to fire off a bunch of foul plays, and Air Releases quickly. You have the option of using Shadow Ball, but you don't get stabbed, so generally the better moveset for Mandibuzz is actually Foul Play and Air Release. Alright, here we have the PvPoke.com rankings. As I mentioned, for Ultra Premier, Mandibuzz is actually one of the top 5. It's strong in all positions, getting an A grade for everything except the closer, but it's pretty dang close as far as like 90s. Now, the thing that makes Mandibuzz a beast is it's basically the anti-elemental. As you see here, you beat Venusaur, Charizard, and Swampert. You also beat Gallade, the Confusion users, and you beat Excavaliers. So you beat a fair amount of the meta. However, you also have some key losses like Lapras, Empoleon, Ampharos, Alolan and Togekiss. Alolan you probably won't see too much around, but you definitely see Amphrosis, Togekisses, Empoleons, and Laprases. Those are firing around. So while you do see a lot of its key wins, you'll see a lot of its key losses. So, but Mandibuzz is still a beast, and it's still really good as long as you can keep it away from these. In the lead, Mandibuzz ranks at number 17. Its best position, I believe, is actually in the lead and as a switch, so you can having a Mandibuzz in back is actually not a bad idea. And the closer, Mandibuzz ranks at number 23, being able to take out even Gyarados. So you can take out Gyarados, you can even take out Snorlax with Mandibuzz because you resist those licks. And as a switch, Mandibuzz is actually number 14 as a switch. I would definitely switch Mandibuzz into a winning matchup. Don't switch it into a I wouldn't use it as a safe switch because if you switch it to a Togekiss, you're pretty much dead because its plus 700 rating is very powerful. Alright, here's PvPoke.com rankings. I mean Matrix. As I always say, please consider doing your PvPoke.com. We have Mandibuzz. I got Mandibuzz here for at level 50. I also have it at level 51. So we're going to do level 50. We're also going to do level 51. As you see here, it's ideal that you have a perfect because a perfect is actually going to flip a few things. We have the Ultra Premier meta on the right, and then we're going to hit the 2 shield. We hit battle, and as you see here, you should probably avoid ice types and Ampharos as much as possible, as you see here, and Charmers. So basically, whatever you're weak to, as far as Elemental goes, just stay away from them because they do heavy damage. Now with Shadow Dragonite, as you see here, with Shadow Dragonite, you actually have quite a bit of play. So, if you have a level 51, as you see here with a level 51, you can actually bring this match out by literally just foul playing it to death. However, it's one turn of difference to flip the scenario, so just be very careful. Now, if we go forward, as you see here, you got Driplim, you beat Driplim, you can beat Empoleon even in the 2 shield, as you see here. With a level 51. So with a level 51, as you see here, you can actually beat it pretty convincingly as long as you are able to just like, you literally just foul play it to death. You literally just foul play it to death. You live with 7 HP, but that's still enough for you to just snarl down, as you see here. So just foul play, just straight foul play. It's even better if you can get a snarl through, but try to just foul play, just straight foul play. Which is really good. You beat Excavalier, Exeggutor, so all the confusion moves, you do very well against all of them. Gengar, you beat Kingdra 2 in the 2 shield. You're going to lose against Ice types. Mach Shadow Champ will beat through you. And then you also lose against Dark typings like Obstagoon and a little Muck just because it resists Snarl and Foul Play. You beat Poliwrath, Scizor, Slowbro, Snorlax. You beat Swampert. You beat Tangros. Basically anything elemental, you pretty much beat it. Now, Toxicroak's a thing in Ultra Premier. You actually might see it a lot. But Toxicroak, as you see here, you can actually beat it straight Aerial Ace if you have a level 51. Now, you don't beat it with a level 50 because as you see here with level 50, here's what happens. Toxicroak wins because it can actually take you out with a Sludge Bomb. So it's going to hit you with a Sludge Bomb and then counter you down. With a level 51, it never gets to it. So as you see here, bing, 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 it gets to it, but like it will never counter you down. So I believe so that counter does 6 damage against Toxicroak, so 6 damage a counter. I believe it is the counter damage. So 6 counters, 6 damage, 7 damage. Okay, so that's what happens. There is a very specific bulk and breakpoint. I'm not sure where the max is, but oh wait, it's a perfect. So there is a bulk or breakpoint where counter does more damage. So and a 2 shield, you can beat it with a level 51. So it's ideal you have a perfect to reach that breakpoint. So we did the 1 shield. Here's the 2 shield. As you see in the 2 shield, you do flip like basically the elemental matchups, as in like Ice and Electric. I'm not sure if that's elemental, but hey, you know what? You flip them anyways. So you beat Abomasnow, you'll beat Ampharos in the 2-0s. And you actually beat Lapras, so, but, you know, you only really beat them in like the 2-0s, or with like Shield Advantage. I believe just the 2-0s. Yeah, just 2-0. So I wouldn't even rely on this. If you have to save 2 shields for your Mandibuzz, something is wrong, and you're probably either almost dead, or you're about to lose that match. So just don't rely on the 2-0s for these matchups. But in the 2-0s, you basically beat the entire meta except Obstagoon, Clefable, and Togekiss. So basically Charmers, and for some reason, the really random Kiss Hyena thingy. Yeah. Well, it's a freaking Obstagoon, so the thing about Obstagoon is that it can basically just counter, like, it basically, yeah, if this thing gets a boost, it's gonna suck, but everything just kind of adds up. As you see here, blah, 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 it literally takes a Gunk Shot and a Night Slash to take you out, and it's a really close matchup, actually, but this is the 2-0s, but yeah, just because it resists your Snarls, and Aerial Ace is, of course, a horrible move. Now, the 2-1s, things do change. So if you have shield advantage, as you see here, you drop a ton of matchups. So you basically go back to where you lose against almost every elemental lead, with the exception of Abomasnow. So you'll beat everything but Bama. Which, yeah. You'll still lose, like, you actually beat Shadow Champ, but basically you go back to losing against most elemental leads. You'll beat Alolan Muck in the 2-1s, but, like, you'll still lose against mostly. So basically the only things you drop as far as, like, weakness-wise is definitely... You'll beat Alolan Muck and just Abomasnow. That's it. You'll still lose against Ampharos, Clefable, Lapras, Machamp, and Obstagoon. So basically, just the general thing with Mandibuzz is if it resists Snarl, keep it away from it. If it's a Charmer, run. Just run. Don't even ask questions. Run. Because if you get locked in, you're probably going to die very shortly. So I give Mandibuzz an 8 out of 10. It's pretty dang good. Mandibuzz is really good as a switch or lead, even in close. It's actually good in all positions, so it's a great generalist. The only problem with Mandibuzz is you have 0 coverage against, for example, Aerial Ace is a horrible move. Mandibuzz doesn't have something like, I would say, like for example, Sunny Churm's got Fire Weather Ball to cover ice types. You don't have anything like that with Mandibuzz. If you see Charmer, Charmer gonna kill you. If you see Obstagoon, Obstagoon likely gonna kill you. If you see Abomasnow, unless you have shield advantage, a lot of shield advantage, you're probably going to lose. But that's just Mandibuzz in general. And also, electric types are a lot more popular in Premier Cup. So, like, you might have a good chance of seeing one. But as you see, you also get... Shadow Champ can actually bully you too, so things can out-damage you. But as you see here, you're basically... It's not hard to run Mandibuzz, but Mandibuzz, like, it's actually pretty easy. So what I like about Mandibuzz XL, very similar how it is in Open Ultra, is that Mandibuzz XL is really easy to run. What if... Foul Play does neutral damage, you're just going straight Foul Play. If you face a fighting type, you're going to straight Air Lace. It's very simplistic and very easy to use. And generally, if you see one of its weaknesses, you just pivot away. You switch out immediately, or you try to keep Mandibuzz away from it as far as possible. Other than that, Mandibuzz is very strong against the overall meta. As long as you don't encounter its weakness, Mandibuzz can tank an obscene amount of damage. It can even essentially, like, wall some Pokemon to where you can literally just, like, you can rely on Mandibuzz just being like a sponge, or you can run the clock with it. Mandibuzz is really hard to get, but if you do have one, you get a perfect, you get it to level 50, you get all the candy at level 50 for it, it can be a beast in Ultra League. It's a literal monster. Level 51 also matters. Level 51 does flip the key matchups again against Shadow Dragonite and Empoleon. Those are two very popular mons in Ultra Premier. So level 51 does matter. With that versatility, with that bulk, I can't give it a 10 because of, like, all of the weaknesses that run around. However, overall, it is incredibly powerful for Ultra Premier Cup. As long as you keep it away from weaknesses, Mandibuzz will get you some W's. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets, and I will see you on the next video.